This episode of Says Who, I sound like a professional announcer,
Ooh,
in a world
who's this?
where this episode is brought to you by Says Who. Yeah, you like that. I have a bit of a cold, folks, but it's resulted in a real resonant baritone.
You get
I don't
this.
mind.
I always get this. And you get this.
Yeah, I do.
Someday we'll get colds at the same time.
Maybe this is just it now. Maybe I've gone through like the last 35 years of puberty and it's finally finished. Could be. Anyway, this, man, it's really low. This episode of Says Who is brought to you by you through your support of our Patreon at patreon.com/sayswho. That's our Patreon, where pretty much every Sunday you get this all over again if you give it the $5 or $10 a month level. That $10, because we do a thing called the Town Watch. I forgot to mention that part. Every Sunday, pretty much. It's about a half an hour long. It's a lot of fun. You should join us. There are like 250 back episodes of it as well, if you want to give those a gander. That's if you give it the $5 or $10 a month level. If you give it the $10 a month level, you also get a sticker in the mail every month that you give it that level, because you become a member of the Says Who Sticker Club, which is a hell of a club. So join up. All of that is available to you at patreon.com/sayswho.
Hey, everybody. It's me, Maureen. I'm here to tell you about books. Yay! I wrote a bunch of them.
You do.
I don't remember if it was on this podcast or over something else that I told you that the president of Iceland, who I gave a copy of the Creeping Ham Murder to when I was there, I assumed she'd throw it on a big fiery pile and just took it as politeness. But no.
Yeah. Oh.
She used it on New Year's Eve when they do this thing called Find the Almond. It's like there's an almond in a cake, and whoever gets the almond in their piece of cake gets a gift.
Okay.
And she used it as the almond cake present, and her daughter got it, and her daughter loved it. And she told my new friend Hildor about it and said,
how do you know all this?
Because Hildor told me, because Hildor just saw her again.
Wow.
Yeah. 4 days in Iceland changes a lot, Dan.
I mean, that said, the president of Iceland regifted a gift.
She didn't chuck it in the pile. She didn't chuck it in the pile of stuff I've been given as president. She took it home and used it for something.
True. That's pretty cool.
Dan, come on.
I've never had a president of anything give
and
my
she
stuff
said
away.
Her daughter liked it and passed the word along.
Wow. That's amazing.
So she deliberately was like, hey, you know that book? So I have that.
I have that.
And our book was in the window of Shakespeare and Company in Paris.
Wow.
During their display of puzzle books. This is all I've got, Dan.
It's a good thing. That book is amazing. And it is so fucking gorgeous. That is one good looking book.
That's nothing. Apparently in the background, my friend, I'm not going to say who this person is just explaining how she had dinner with Sting at Sting's house the other night. So
what?
I don't know. I didn't know she was like, yeah, so I just had dinner with Sting.
Okay.
I'm not saying who it was, and I did not know. I was like, what's going on in the background here?
Wow.
I was having dinner with Sting. Listen, Dan, we're stepping up in the world.
Sting just doesn't even strike me as a person that eats. I feel like he sort of just absorbs nutrients via osmosis.
I think he eats vibes.
Yeah, he definitely eats vibes.
And sushi. I bet he eats sushi.
That was the first rock and roll concert that I ever went to as a kid.
Wow. That's a good one.
Sting solo on what was it? The Dream of the Blue Turtles, right? That was his first solo album. That tour.
He, in the original Dune, he's definitely up there for the world's most handsome man. Like, it's just, I wasn't thinking codpiece. I was just thinking the face.
But that's all I can think about with him in the Dune. He had a real elaborate codpiece on.
Did he? I don't know. Yeah. He has this beautiful hair. He's very he's a handsome man.
Yeah. Anyway. That's all material for our Stingcast. Nothing like the
are
fun.
Pounding in. Messages are absolutely pounding in the background. I'm not going to read them all. Just that.
By the background, you mean the computer screen that you're looking at instead of recording this podcast?
There's a picture of her at Sting's house. What is happening in the background of my messages?
Oh my God.
I'm not
Welcome
sharing
to
all
this
these messages.
episode of Maureen Checks Her Email.
No, it's in my texts. It's
still.
binging. It's just zinging across as I'm trying to talk. She says he has aged very well.
Has aged very well?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think that man is very fit.
Yeah. Okay, I got to turn these messages off because I'm just going to get updates on Sting's house this whole time. Hold on, there we go. Quit it. Okay.
Anyway, if you remember, somehow this whole conversation of Sting began with a discussion about Maureen's books. If you would like to order The Creepingham Murder or any of Maureen's books, you can always go to kickbezosintheballs.org. That is our own little bookshop where we have easy, quick links to all of Maureen's stuff. We have also access to pretty much any book. You just type it in the thing and you order it, and that's great. Hey, speaking of ordering things, you can go to merch.sayswhopodcast.com where we have a whole host.
Damn it, I turned it off and the messages
What are you doing?
Coming through.
I
quit.
Okay.
I quit and it's still zinging through.
This is fun. Sorry. I love it. You can go to merch. Oh my God. You can go to merch.sayswhopodcast.com where we have a whole host of Says Who merchandise. A whole bunch of stuff got put up there right before the holidays. So if you have not perused it, go peruse it. And speaking of perusing things, go to shop.dansinker.com. That's my own little shop where I have a whole bunch of stuff, including a brand new shirt that just says always down, never out on it, which I appreciate. That one's a good one. Or the last chance here to pre-order the little zine of essays that I wrote in 2025 called They Can't Take Us All. Pre-orders are open, but literally as we sat down to record, I just got a notice from the printer that my items have been shipped, which means the pre-orders will close soon. And the actual thing will ship soon. So if you want to save $3 and get it right away when it comes out, now's the time. No dilly-dally. Go on over to shop.dansinker.com. It's .com.
We were thinking the same thing. Hello, sir.
Oh, my word. I'm just trying to do a little shopping here. What
have you got? Hi.
You
have time for a couple questions?
I mean, not really, but
okay. Well, I'll just stand in front of your cart here. I just have a couple questions to ask you. This looks a lot of raw chicken in here. So, you probably want to keep this cool. So I'll keep it short. How about that? I'll keep it short.
That would be great. Thank you.
Okay, great. I'm just here. I was wondering if you do a short survey about. I'm representing the 2026 company, and we just want to know how things have been going so far. So my first question is, how did you enjoy the first 2 days of 2026?
First 2 days?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Great days, sunny, nice. Enjoyed time with my family.
Wonderful.
We got off to a real nice start.
That's wonderful. Great. I'll just, we'd love to hear that, sir. I've even got a clipboard. And, okay. How did you enjoy the next 10 days of 2026?
An absolute
Okay.
Here's the thing.
Okay, good.
Do you out? And I think with you.
Gotcha. Okay.
Just.
Okay. Well, thank you for your input. I hope you have a great rest of the year. I'll see you again in a week. No. Okay. Welcome to Says Who, the podcast that's not a podcast.
It's a coping strategy. I am Dan Sinker.
You want to see my new glasses?
I mean, introduce yourself first.
I'm Maureen
and then,
Johnson.
Yes, I do. Oh, those are nice.
They're also way too strong. I ordered them too strong by accident.
How?
But these are wild. Because they're just ordered them online. They're just online reader glasses.
You just randomly chose a prescription?
No, like they're just
You're like 75.
They're just off the shelf readers.
Okay.
Have you never purchased them?
Well,
because you haven't.
These are readers, but sorry, this is disgusting to hear, folks, but I am
chewing
having a lozenge right now.
That's fine.
I apologize for mouth sounds.
Sometimes I can't tell what level I need, and so I accidentally ordered these that are these
just
were
get your eyes checked.
Just the way you said that was just
well, come on.
Just go get your eyes checked. I have had my eyes checked. I just need readers. But
right. But they tell you the number you need.
Listen, it seems to vary depending on what I'm doing.
Right.
These were on, I really like these. They were on an amazing sale. They only had like 2 pairs of these left, and one of them was at this strength. And I was like, I'll try that strength.
Okay.
But they are way too strong. But I'll tell you when I can use these. Sewing.
Okay.
I could use these for sewing.
Because
like really
you just have 2 magnifying glasses stuck to your head. These
are way too strong.
Yeah.
I am very, very confused by having to wear any sort of eye appliance.
All right.
Like my brain is still like, ah, like it just fights the whole thing and it goes, whoa, whoa, the whole time.
All right. I'm going to give you a little eyeglasses 101.
Okay.
Had them for a very long time now.
Okay.
First of all, get your eyes checked.
I have. They were just like, you just need readers.
Right. But they should give you some numbers.
They're like, whatever feels right.
Okay. Get your eyes checked somewhere better. Maybe that's thing 1.
No, this is a very good place. It's just that they're like, go to the store and try them on and see which level you like best when you're reading it. It's very basic. What feels comfortable to you? Where you like to hold your book is basically what they said.
Okay. Well, if you went to a real place, they would probably give you some numbers.
I'm sure they did. They did, but
as you just said, different activities, you need different type of glasses. So like there's reader level, something close to your face. Then there's like work level, like computer monitor level. That's what I'm wear when I talk to you. And then there's normal vision. But you might, if you need readers, you probably would benefit from a more work distance as well, since that's actually where your eyes are focused most of the time.
I don't need glasses for that.
All right.
At all.
Mm-hmm.
I only need them for like a 1.5 feet from my face.
Okay.
But anything else than that, no, I'm totally fine.
But you should get the numbers, and then you should get the readers that actually match the numbers.
I talked to them about this, and they were very much like, it's all
word.
Okay. I went to NYU. Like I had a very good eye doctor, but I have good news, Dan.
Yeah.
I come bearing good news. So I don't know if I've mentioned it. I've certainly told Dan that I got some blood tests back that showed I inherited a genetic bad number. And so I had to have a bunch of medical tests.
Okay.
And I am pleased to report, and they were all cardiac tests. And I am pleased to report that I had the last of them yesterday morning, which is a CAT scan. And it was so fast. Like I walked in through the door of the place at 9:28 and I walked out fully dressed at 9:37.
Wow.
And I had to take my clothes off for a CAT scan. So that is how fast that was.
Wow.
All my test results were perfect.
Okay.
Like absolutely no damage whatsoever.
Well, that's great.
So I wasn't worried. It was more just like, well, you know, I was sort of like, it is what it is. Like, I know that there are bad genetics in my family. I know I've taken care of myself. Like the best I can do is the best I can do. We'll see how it shakes out.
Right.
But we weren't expecting them to turn out so clean.
That's awesome.
So, yeah.
And even if you aren't necessarily worried, there's sort of a low level buzz till you finish that stuff up.
I'd had a few fainting episodes, Dan.
Yeah.
So I was a little bit like, hey, why was I fainting a bunch?
Yeah.
Not fainting. That's the incorrect thing. I was kind of getting woozy and going. I got caught. My friend Jay Cooper caught me as I went down in one case.
I remember you saying that.
That was the weirdest one because I didn't feel it at all. Like there was nothing wrong. And then we were just standing there about to leave the store. And all of a sudden I looked at him and then I was looking around and I was like, everything is like really coming up fast. Hey, I'm about to go down. And I kind of turned to Jay and I was like, I'm going to go down. And he kind of looked at me and saw what was happening and like just reached out and got me.
Yeah.
Just in time.
Well, good job, Jay.
He's very gentlemanly. He is the kind of person who would like catch a swooning lady. So
you were all
he's that. When we dated, I wrote him a whole book. I would write him like a chapter a day at work. That was a comic novel that featured all of our friends. It was the best thing I ever wrote, but it was only written for like 6 people. I'm telling you, it was the best thing I ever wrote. It had spin-offs in the middle of it where he was a dashing prince that just kept wanting to be a dashing prince when the rest of the world was just kind of normal.
Okay.
But it was also like a magical kingdom. So, yeah, it's how I kind of taught myself to write a book.
I love it.
That's
amazing.
I baked in an exercise in which at the end of every sequence, I had to put them into an intractable problem. And the first thing I had to do was get them out of the intractable problem.
I like it.
And it was it was a ridiculous comic novel. And I would hand out like the updates, like here's the next chapter.
That is hilarious. That's amazing.
I wrote, one of my friends was angry that he was a jester that wasn't getting enough comic timing. So I wrote him a spinoff into the middle of a sequence where he got like a little, and everybody was kind of commenting that he was having his little sequence. Yeah. Write a book for 6 people. That's my recommendation. It's the best work you'll ever do.
I like that. Well, you aren't the only one with health things, as you can probably hear from my voice. My low, sensual voice. Kind of sound like Conway Twitty. Like, hello, darling.
Oh.
How you doing?
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
I'm doing just fine.
Oh, boy. It's really something.
I like Conway Twitty. Anyway, I have a cold. I have a cold. Very low voice. Thankfully, my energy levels are no longer shitty, which is good.
I felt like I was coming down with something last night. I had a sudden like huge energy drop kind of. And I was like, because I keep getting alerts. They're like, everyone in your area is sick.
Yeah.
Like Walgreens is even like lots of illness detected in your area. I'm like, thanks, Walgreens.
I went to the urgent care on Saturday. Because I just felt like shit. And I was like, I need to find out what's happening with me. And then they were like, we don't know. But I will say it was like all the urgent care people were on full war footing. I have not had in a number of years now a nurse who is in both mask and goggles. You know,
wow.
I mean, yeah, it was. I was like a novelty because it was like, wow, you don't have the flu? Oh, okay, great. So it's going around right now, folks.
Yeah, I may start just
by all accounts, it's a fucking rough ride.
I got the flu last January, probably after going out to a restaurant when my friend was in town, and I was only like at this restaurant a short time, and like, we just had lunch, and that's basically when we dated it back to, and it knocked me on my. It was bad.
Yeah.
But it knocked me on my ass because I slept in here for a week. Whenever I get, when I've had COVID or whatever, or the flu, I sleep in my office as to not contaminate Oscar. But next week, when you hear from me, you will hear the sound of the ocean in the background.
Yeah, I was going to actually, before we recorded, I was going to say, are we recording next week? Are we going to do this? You're going to be in Mexico, right?
I'm going to be in Mexico, yeah.
Oh, man. I'm jealous.
I know. I'm jealous of myself.
I'm jealous, especially because I think next week it's going to be cold as fuck here.
It's all I can think about.
I mean, that's understandable.
So we went, I guess, around this time last year as well, or was it later? And that is when I was standing in the middle of my kitchen, hurting no one, doing nothing, when something slid in the cabinet above me, and a small food processor fell on my head.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And then a bowl, and then the container, and then the bowl shattered. And when I looked down, there was a piece of glass sticking out of my foot. And I'd been doing nothing down. I'd literally just been standing there, like looking over what I was about to cut up or whatever. It was like I wasn't touching anything. I was like, then I'll move this carrot or whatever. And then I was like, ah! And I looked down and I had a piece of glass sticking out of my foot. And I was like, what just happened? The fuck just happened? It was like there'd been a meeting inside the cabinet. It was like, come on, boys. And they just kind
of I'll let it rip.
Come on, boys. And so that we went to urgent care, and they were like, well, yeah, because I was just bleeding all over. Like, I'm bleeding through my shoes. I had to text my friend Holly. I was like, can you go to the store and get me a pair of slides? I have bled through my shoes and I don't have time to get another pair. Because she was at Target or something. And I'm like, can you get me some shoes? Like beach slides, like cheap, off the rack beach slides. But I'd bled through them completely. And they were like, well, we really do need to sew this up. Because she was like, yeah, I was an ER doc. I'm telling you, and you can sew, but there might be glass in there and we need to x-ray it. But our x-ray guy just left like an hour ago. And they called around. They're like, yeah, they all left. Like there's none left in any of the urgent cares in New York. So you're going to have to go to the emergency room. And that was maybe when I went on my rant about, hey, how about urgent cares stop shutting down services at 6 p.m. in New York City?
Yeah.
So that people can get 3 stitches instead of waiting in the goddamn emergency room, clogging up services, and not for nothing spending $500 just to get 2 stitches in your foot.
I mean, to be fair, the slogan of New York City famously is the city that goes to sleep at 6 p.m.
The more you think about how it's so insane. And then I found out another time that basically there was one other doc that at this particular urgent care that whenever people came in at like 10 minutes before he had to leave, he'd be like, yeah, I can't fix that. You have to go to the emergency room. And whenever they saw the guy's name, they were like, oh, this guy. That was when Oscar got a weird bite that started to spread a line up his arm, we thought. And he was like, yeah, I don't know what to do. So you have to go to an emergency room. And they're like, this guy, I shouldn't be saying this, but this fucking guy. Perfect. It meant that it was 10 minutes before he needs to leave. So he sends everybody to us because he doesn't want to stay and fix it.
Yeah. Well,
to which I say,
got plans.
Listen, have someone else on call after.
He's an urgent care doc in New York City. He's probably got, Broadway tickets or something.
I'm telling you, one of them.
Stay late.
I'm never some of the nicest people I've ever met have been urgent care docs in New York City.
Well, I bet.
Yeah.
You've met a lot of them.
I have met a lot of them.
You spend a lot of time in urgent care.
No, I don't. I've had a couple kitchen cuts.
Yeah.
So I've had a couple stitches, cold and flu.
Okay.
That one time when I had to be hospitalized.
There's that.
That was the nicest woman so far.
Okay.
Because that was bad. And I was really scared. I wasn't scared. I was like, well, as long as I'm with you, I'm not scared. And
but then didn't she send you off to the ER? So you weren't with her?
Yeah. She's like, you need to go to the hospital right now. And I was like, can I go uptown to where I had surgery? And she said, no, you have to go to the hospital right now.
Jesus. Not great.
Some very nice lady. She held my hand.
Well, that's nice. As she sent you away.
She was very stern. Like when they came in, they're like, can we just get the chair? They're like, get the gurney. Put her in the goddamn gurney.
Well, Maureen Johnson.
I would like to talk about pretty much anything.
Me too.
Except because 2026 just makes me think about not mistakes, just calamities, stressors, chaos. Even Oscar, who rarely does things like this, turned to me the other day, and he just looked a little broken. He was like, "This is too much."
Yeah.
You broke Oscar. You bastards. Now I gotta fight you. Do what you want to me, but you don't touch him.
It has certainly been a inauspicious start.
Dan, we are as we record, we are on goddamn day 13. 12? 13.
13. Yeah. 13 days in. It's not great. I mean, the thing is also, that was also true last year. That was also like, the amount of sort of unrelentingly awful starts to years that then have pretty much continued in that direction. Like, it takes a toll.
Yeah. I kept having nightmares this week. Every week was like a new insane nightmare of like, I had one in which it was sort of funny. It was like I kept having to move out of this dorm that was like actually my house because all these wars were starting around us. And I looked around and there was like a ring of bombings around. I was like, we got to get out of here, guys. Come on. And I was trying to herd everybody together. I'm like, put that down. Come on. Like, everybody was like, basically everyone I ever knew was there. I'm like, okay, guys, I don't know how we're going to get all this in the car. Come on.
That's fun.
Well, there's a lot of that, Dan.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of that.
I guess we might as well just get into it. During the ICE crackdown in Chicago, I started having ICE stress dreams pretty much every night, like chasing ICE agents and shit like that. And that lingered for quite a while. I think people call it PTSD. Anyway, after talking with a friend in Minneapolis a couple days ago, they're back in my dreams, so that's fun. That's a fun time. We're all fucking traumatized, Maureen. That's, I think, what it really boils down to. But
Dan, I chose this week to start reading the book Soledad Brother by George Jackson.
Okay.
Do you know this book?
No.
George Jackson was a he died in 1971, I believe.
Okay.
He was part of the Soledad Brothers incident that Angela Davis gets arrested for. There's a shooting in Marin County. It's all very convoluted, but basically it was about there was a bunch of abuse going on in a prison. And George Jackson, who was basically in prison from the time he was a teenager, became a revolutionary and educated himself within the prison. And his letters back and forth to his lawyer, maybe some to Angela Davis, because I think she edited this book.
Okay.
But it's his letters. And then there's a book called Blood in My Eye. But a lot of reviews said that his letters are like start with his letters because they're more compelling. So I decided to start with his letters. And what he's describing within his experience and what he's talking about revolution in America.
Yeah. So
many of these sentences, I'm like, oh, that's today. Like that happened today. Like that is the exact thing he's describing. He's like, here's what's going to happen. And then he writes this thing. And I'm like, yep, that happened like 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
So I recommend it.
What was the name of it again?
Soledad Brother, SOLE, like the fish, DAD.
Yeah.
And the background case is the Soledad Brother. So Soledad Brothers were about, they were 3 prisoners that George's little brother, attempted to save him by working with someone else or by basically storming a courthouse.
Yeah.
And taking hostages. And that is because the guns technically belong to Angela Davis.
Okay.
And that kid was her bodyguard.
Okay.
That's the reason Angela Davis was pursued for so many years. But it was all about all this abuse that was going on in the prison. like all these prisoners that were being beaten and killed.
Yeah.
It all stems back to like prison abuse.
Yeah.
And he's like, I know I will be killed. And
Yeah.
he was like, I think before Blood in My Eye comes out, he was killed by police.
I mean, one of the things that I have been thinking about a lot lately, and you have kind of raised it, is like so much of what we are living through is the end result of not dealing with shit for decades and decades and decades, right? Like all of that shit feels as fresh and new today as it did in the 60s and 70s or whenever, right? Like, and we just don't ever fucking deal with it. Like, and so then we get the next version, you know, or we get the next set of shitty people and they have more power, or they have, it's, I would like this country to deal with its shit.
Or you could argue that is, in reading these things, it really feels less like we're not dealing with it, and more that we are constructed around a spine, which,
well, yes, certainly.
As white people, for us, we don't realize there is an invisible spine holding everything up.
Right.
And causing the monster to walk around.
Right. No, absolutely. That is, there is original sins that everything is built around. But, you know, just thinking a lot lately about not prosecuting Confederate soldiers, right?
Yes.
Like all the way back, right?
Yes.
And then how they then become the Klan, right? And that version of the Klan not prosecuted. And, you know, they essentially reverse all of the moves that were, you know, built around Reconstruction. And then, you know, I mean, just over and over and over again, just sort of never dealing with things. And now we have the latest round of these same motherfuckers out in our streets.
It seems so far, but then you do the math. You know, the Civil War ends 1865.
Yeah.
So if those unprosecuted soldiers and leaders, they are probably pretty young. They might be in their 20s. They might be, you know, 20s to 30s. That means that by the time you get to, say, the turn of the century, or right before, say 1890 or so, when you start to see a lot of these things. You see a lot of those things before that, but like when exactly is the Klan form? Kind of formally.
Well, there's OG Klan, which is like, post-civil to the like 1870s, mid-70s.
That sounds about right, yeah.
And then they fizzle out, right? But they aren't persecuted, and then they come back and become the 1920s Klan, right? Which is stronger and more powerful and more organized than the one before it, right? It would just be nice to fucking deal with our shit.
And then right in the turn, you see all these buildings of, you know, that's when the Confederate monuments start being built.
Confederate monuments don't start getting built till the 20s.
I thought they got built maybe in the teens.
Teens and 20s. Yeah.
That's the era of like, oh, this was actually great.
Right.
So we're only talking about 50 years.
Yeah.
So that's like us revisiting something from the 70s.
Right. Yeah. 100%.
So you start to go, oh, these people were really great. Let's build some monuments. Cheap, hollow.
Well, I mean, it's not even that they're great, right? All of those monuments are being built essentially as signposts.
As signposts and as a myth building.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. But a lot of it is signposts. A lot of it is, hey, don't get too feeling free here. We're going to build this shit.
This is a
Same
bad place.
reason why schools got named after Confederate folks in the 50s, you know, right after desegregation. You know, same shit. You're hanging a signpost.
And today you have Trump coming out and saying white people have been treated very badly.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, welcome to Maureen and Dan.
Well, this is
happy fun show.
we are not happy with 2026.
No, we are not. We are not. And the most recent reason for that is ICE and Border Patrol hitting Minneapolis and St. Paul, Minnesota as hard as they have hit anywhere. Culminating in last week's killing of Renee Good, who's doing what people have been doing all along, following ICE in cars, honking and recording. I have done it myself. When told to move, she went to move, and she was killed for it. Somehow, this is meant, not even somehow, I mean, what else are they going to do? They've doubled and tripled down on everything. The ICE crackdown has only gotten worse in the Twin Cities since. They're bringing, at least current reports, is upwards of 2,000 fucking goons in. Though there have been moments of hilarity, because these ICE agents, who are mostly not from Minnesota, and at least anecdotally from when they were in Chicago, and a couple of them ended up having police reports, largely from Texas and Arizona, they don't know how to handle winter weather.
They really don't.
ICE agents slipping on ice is definitely my current favorite genre of social video.
Super
I can watch it over and over and over and over again. It's good stuff. Close second is ICE cars getting stuck in the snow. There've been a few where it's been on neighborhood streets or whatever in Minnesota, and the ICE car will get super stuck, and the agents will have to get out and push it poorly out. And then almost immediately, because this is what happens on streets where cars get stuck, is almost immediately another car will get stuck. And that's especially true when that car is being following ICE vehicles, because you end up with these little parades of cars. And so there've been a few videos where it's like ICE gets stuck, the agents have to get out and push the car, get it moving again. Usually they're kind of slip sliding around as they're doing it, and then they finally get going and they move off, and then immediately another car gets stuck and all these neighbors come out and help push it out. Like, it's really quite stark how little help these folks are getting. But Maureen Johnson, I do want to give a little extra love to the best video of all time, which is Border Patrol goon Greg Bavino requiring an armed contingent of 7 people to accompany him to use the bathroom in a Target. Truly a wondrous video where he comes walking out of the bathroom hallway at Target with 2 guys at his, 3 and 6, with 5 guys standing in front of the hallway. So absolutely brave. Being read to filth by every single person in the entire Target, just screaming at him as he makes his short way out of the Target and into the parking lot, where they are met by even more people reading them to filth.
Inspirational.
It is truly inspirational.
There aren't words for these people.
There are a lot of words for these people.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I sound over it. It's that. What do you? I hate them so much I can't articulate it, and I just kind of go into a cold, kind of dull noise for a second.
It's like your body is in a boil. Feels very much like a real boil inside your body a lot of the time.
I sent you a video this morning that was amazing. I sent it and it was an Instagram reel, and you don't have to worry. It's not about footprints.
I don't think I've checked Instagram this morning.
It is a guy that runs a plant store in Seattle, and it is the funniest goddamn reel I've ever seen, because it's all about him just like selling plants, but like describing things as he's, describing events as he's doing it. He's like, these plants, because everything sucks, and then it just cuts to the next thing, and he's like, you could buy this plant. How are we doing anything? We should be out on the streets. It's much funnier. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And it's just that there was something that really struck me about this guy's hilarious just take of, here I'm selling my plants. I am doing it. But at the same time, I'm just full of unarticulated rage. And we should be out on the streets. So you could buy this plants. The one he holds up, and it's this little like succulent. He's like, look at this little succulent. It looks like a bunch of little paws. It looks like Kirsty Gnome's backyard. I think he's called Plant Daddy. I have to get his name right. But
I just looked at it. He's called Planthony, which is
Planthony.
Great. That's a great name.
You should look at it, and it will give you a little tiny bit of joy, because
I like that.
He just has this great middle distance stare and just delivery line of, how the fuck are we doing anything? Look at this plant.
Here's the thing. Grab your fucking joy where you can right now, for sure. Grab that shit with both hands.
Look, how long have we been doing this now, Dan?
We're 9.5 years.
Maybe
it's 9 1/3.
Yeah, I think it's more like 9 1/3. And, you know, this is the end of some form of America and the beginning of another.
Yeah.
What form is coming next? We do not know.
Yeah.
It is unwritten.
Yeah.
So just knowing that this part's over.
Yeah.
And all of the vote harder, you know, I've tried not to be upset with but no, what am I talking about? Of course I've been upset with the vote harder vote. What am I talking about? What am I talking about?
I don't know. I'm just along for the ride.
The vote harder people, they're just vote.
Yeah. Yeah. We got to do more than that.
Don't you get near me with that.
Yeah.
I'll chase you away with a broom.
Yeah.
We'll just vote him out. Oh, really?
Yeah.
That'll fix it? You think that's going to fix this?
Yeah, my favorite right now is the Democrats are like, well, ICE needs reforming. It's like, motherfucker. No, it doesn't.
You can reform them into a ball and toss it into the sun.
Yeah. You can just fucking show these motherfuckers the door.
You can reform it into a trash compactor. That's a reforming I'd be fine with.
There are two things, Maureen, that do give me a little bit of hope here. One is that the main administrative spokesperson for all of this shit that they're pulling in Minneapolis now has been J.D. Vance. And it does feel like if you're putting J.D. Vance out,
put best man on the job
as your main guy,
they don't do better.
You know that you are fighting a losing battle. Everyone else is doing real lip service, but that guy's trying to put in the work, which is a good point that, like, we've got a lot going on, and he seems to have nothing but time for podcast appearances and posting to Twitter. So he's not really involved in any of the main decision making, and they're like, I don't know, fucking go just lie for us on this one. And he's like, all right. And he goes and does it. His little cheeks.
Just to be clear, again, day 13.
Yeah.
We invaded Venezuela. I believe that was on the 3rd.
Yeah, that one, it's like, oh, right, we did that.
We invaded Venezuela. Trump has declared himself the president of Venezuela.
Yeah, essentially.
Much to the surprise of the Venezuelans.
Yeah.
Has also just come out straight up and said, I am taking that money.
Yeah.
So now he's got a slush fund, and his slush fund is Venezuela.
Yeah.
We have repeatedly talked about invading or taking Greenland.
Yep.
Which I'll tell you, Oscar has been walking around this house for a year going, they're going to take Greenland. It's the one thing he staked his flag in.
Yeah.
That, you know, this taking Greenland. Now, taking Greenland would then be declaring war against Denmark, which is part of NATO.
Yeah. Yeah. It would be, I mean, there has been fairly loud speaking from most European nations being like, no.
So we're also talking about destroying NATO and declaring war against another sovereign state, which is part of the EU as well, which is part of a larger political coalition. Also, on Friday night, Jerome Powell, the head of the Fed, was like, I need to tell you guys something.
Yeah.
Jerome Powell seems like the kind of guy that if his soup isn't right at a restaurant, he doesn't want to do anything about it. He's like, I'll just eat the fucking soup. Like he just talks like he's like, just
it's fine.
And he was like,
fine. Could be warmer, but it's fine.
I just need to tell you guys.
Yeah.
That Trump is trying to have me arrested because I wouldn't go along with his weird plan.
Yeah.
So now the Republicans will take a lot. They will allow you to be killed on the streets. They will allow open racism. They will allow the destruction of trans lives, the destruction of the environment, the closing of schools, the closing of hospitals, people not getting health care, but do not fuck with their money.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they're not happy.
So that signals, interference with the central bank. So we have one straight up invasion where we've just annexed another country and attached a big tube to it, like something from Stranger Things, and just sucked the money out of it.
Yeah.
We've got the president of that country and his wife here in New York somewhere in a jail. We're threatening to take Greenland. We're threatening to take up NATO. We're using this slush fund money that is all of Venezuelans' oil money. We are, he's now just fucking with the bank because he doesn't know what he wants.
Yeah.
I think Trump is dying and is working on his wish list.
I mean, I think that's very clear. But by
dying, I also mean like let's talk about the running again of it all. He's running again.
Oh yeah.
I mean, but he's also got dementia.
Right.
So he's doing a speed run, like a grocery games kind of a.
He's definitely, guys, grocery gaming through his wish list. And I also do feel, and I've talked about this before, where it's very clear that the, particular brand of evil pieces of shit that are in charge right now are each just kind of doing their own thing too, right? Because he doesn't care about that much stuff, right? And so there's like, that's where you get like fucking Sean Duffy putting in pull-up bars in airports. Or just this week you had RFK be like, we are ending the war on protein, which I still don't know what that means.
Now you can get protein in your coffee at Starbucks.
Yeah, but I think you could do that before this week.
No,
right?
no, it's a new thing where they're like, do you want protein in your latte?
Okay.
I said, no.
Well, don't you think that was not opened up by RFK 2 days ago?
No, it's been a general.
It's just a trend. There is a trend for heavy protein, but RFK Jr. has declared an end to the war on protein, which I did not know there was.
It is much like the war on Christmas. Yeah, it's even less than the war on Christmas, which is still not a thing.
So everyone's sort of doing their own thing while Trump is kind of, thinking about his ballroom, trying to become president of the world, essentially,
every once in a while I'm like, oh yeah, he ripped down part of the White House.
Yeah.
God, I forgot he ripped down the East Wing.
He's already fired at least one architect since, because they aren't going along with his plans. That thing's never getting built. That ballroom is never getting built.
I think it should remain the commemorative pit in the ground
Exactly. It should be just the gaping hole in the side of the White House
that we use to commemorate these times.
Yeah, we just point to it and say, that's the Trump wing.
Or the place that we chuck them in when we do the Nuremberg.
When we're going to do the Nuremberg.
Get in the pit. Get in the hole. That's where you live now. You got to live in the hole. You got to live. Yeah, you got to live in the gaping hole that was the East Wing.
It's hole of shame for you.
Get in the hole. It's like Scientology, where you have to go live in the hole for a while until they let you out. Got to go live in the hole, and we'll be able to visit you. One time, years ago, Oscar and I happened to be we were visiting his family. They lived in Switzerland at the time. And we were there over New Year's. And on New Year's Day, we went to Bern. And it was completely closed. We took a 2-hour train trip. We're like, let's go see that city. We had a day. And it turns out everything was closed.
Yeah.
On that day. And we just walked around. We're like, man, nothing has been more closed than this place. There is nothing open. But they have bear pits, which are big holes in the ground, like nice.
Okay.
Like recessed areas.
Okay.
I'm not in favor of bear pits. I'm just saying this is, so it's not like a hole in the ground. Like it's a nice recessed area.
Where are you?
Switzerland.
Switzerland. Okay.
Yeah. Or is Bern in Germany? Bern might be in Germany. But it's a big hole in the ground.
Okay.
And it has like a door down there where the doors, animals come in, and there are bears in there.
Okay.
And up at the top, you can buy cones of food, like fruits and things.
Okay.
And there's like a rail, and you can toss food to the bears.
This is at a zoo, or this is this is just public infrastructure?
This is just straight up in the middle of the city.
This is just public infrastructural bear pits.
Yes.
Okay.
And these bears were so used to getting food thrown to them that they didn't even so they kind of laid there on their back.
Yeah.
And if it kind of landed on them or in their mouth, they would eat it. But if it landed like behind their head, they're like, not worth it.
Yeah. Okay.
I was like, this is no way for a bear to live. But I think that's going to be them. And we'll have and you can buy like a cone of Cheetos. Yeah. You can fling them. You can fling them Cheetos.
I like it. This is a future that we can build towards.
Yeah, it's just a thing you can go to in Washington, D.C.
Pit of shame.
Where they live in the pit and you can throw them Cheetos.
I like it.
You like your fucking Cheetos? Just wing Cheetos. They're all dusty and orange and they're like scrabbling around down there.
I do want to, before we wrap up, just say to folks that are listening to us in the greater Twin Cities area that we are thinking about all y'all.
Oh, yeah.
And about how fucking uncowed and unafraid you all are, even though I know from personal experience there's a lot of cowing and afraiding that is involved in appearing uncowed and being unafraid. You all are amazing. And also I want to acknowledge that Jesus Christ, you all have been through a lot in the last 5 years. So 5-6 years from the George Floyd moment to now, it has been a hard run for you all. And we appreciate you. It's a hard run. It's a good place. I fucking love Minneapolis, St. Paul. I almost moved there a bunch of times when I was like 19 years old. I was like, this place is the best.
I've been to Minneapolis. Yes. Minneapolis. Wait, is where Prince lived?
Yes.
Yes, I've been there.
It is where Prince lived. It's where the Replacements are from. Husker Du. It's a great place. It's a good place. I've designed a couple of records for bands up there. I love Minneapolis. I love Minneapolis, St. Paul a lot. Thinking about all y'all every single day. Checking in with my friend who's up there. Yeah. It's a hard time. Y'all are doing the work.
I guess we'll see you guys next week.
We will indeed. Says Who is made possible by you through your support of our Patreon at patreon.com/sayswho. That is our Patreon, where, as I said at the top of the show, you get this all over again. You have me and Maureen doing a whole nother podcast, essentially. It comes out on Sundays. If you give it the $5 or $10 a month level, that $10 gets you a sticker as well every month. So sign on up at patreon.com/sayswho. Our theme music is performed by Ted Leo. Our logo is designed by Darth. You can contact us at sayswhopodcast.com on Blue Sky, at sayswho@omfg.town on Mastodon, or you can always go to old-fashioned email at hey, that's HEY, at SaysWhopodcast.com. You can join the discussion on Facebook at /group/SaysWhovians. Our Facebook group is moderated by Janice Dillard. Thank you, Janice. If you want to join the fan run Discord server, you can always go to tinyurl.com/SaysWhoDiscord. Whatever you do, spread the word, subscribe, leave stars and reviews on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever it is that you listen. And you can join us next Wednesday, January 21st, where Maureen will be joining from an exotic locale.
Mexico.
For our very next episode. From my basement in Chicago, I am Dan Sinker.
From the greatest goddamn city in the world.
Second greatest.
Where I sent you a link last night to Eric Adams, our former mayor, has started a fake coin.
Yeah,
got a
meme coin.
Got a bunch of people to invest in it and immediately dumped it all.
Yeah.
Pulled out the rug and made $2 million.
What I don't understand is why anyone still buys into a meme coin.
I'm really worried that the people that would buy the Eric Adams meme coin might be like grandmas. You know what I mean? Like people that were
like who in 20, this has happened so many times now.
Right.
Who is like, oh, well, this one. Like, I don't think there are any grandmas that are buying meme coins.
Or they get told to like put money into something.
Yeah,
you know, and it's not like they're
I
sitting
feel
around.
like it's mostly people that are buying and hoping that they will dump before the main rug pull happens.
Who's buying it? I mean, specifically, when you hear the words Eric Adams meme coin.
Unless you are the government of Turkey, you do not think investment opportunity.
It does. This is just some money laundering, isn't it?
Yeah, basically. Yeah, I think that is.
Oh,
I think it's a way to.
I was too thick to see that immediately.
Yeah. I didn't. Actually, I walked my way into that. I did not see it from the start.
Okay, here's your money.
Here's some money.
No, you can upgrade your fucking seats.
Do it on your own, fucko.
Get some warm nuts.
Anyway, this has been Says Who.
Have a nice normal week, everybody.
Good luck.